So for this lesson, we're going to start off with a notice and wonder and look at this numerical pattern. So at 0, we're the x value, we're going from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. And then we have 0, 16, 64, 144, 256, and 400. So one thing that I notice is that there is no growth factor, because this is not growing linearly, because if it was, it'd go 0, 16, 32. So one thing that I notice is it's not linear. Another thing I notice is it's not exponential, because if I took 0 and multiplied by 16, that doesn't work, and 16 times 16 doesn't make a new one. So this is not linear and it's not exponential. So then I kind of wonder, what kind of function is this? So looking at this, it's going to be a quadratic function. And then let's look at some of the patterns. So if I go from 0 to 16, I added 16. Now to find the difference between 16 and 64, what I can do is take 64 and then subtract off 16. I get 48. Then here I can take 144 and subtract off 64. And I get 80. And I can take 256 and subtract off 144. And I get 112. And I can do 400 minus 256, and I get 144. Now this is interesting because this pattern right here is called our first difference in a table. And what we can do is just keep going. What are the differences between the differences, or what's called the second difference? So what I can do is do 48 minus 16 and 80 minus 48 and so on. So here I get 32. And then 80 minus 48, I get 32. 112 minus 80, get 32. And 144 minus 112 is 32. So this is called the second difference. And that's new. But one thing that I noticed then is the second difference is constant. The other noticing that I have is that 0, 16, 64, 144, and 256 and 400 are all squares. So we could write 16 as 4 times 4, and 64 as 8 times 8, and 144 as 12 times 12. And we could look for a pattern there to see if we could get an equation.